What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly. We're back. That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left, beat left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Folks, Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Monday Morning Quarterback, only on A2D Radio every Monday. This mouse again. This mouse. I got to fly, just flying or circling, just circling the runway, looking for a landing. I got to fly. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The place is so sealed up. Where do they come from? We'll get into everything in a minute. Where do they come from? I turn the light on, and now the guy wants to look face to face with me. You know what I mean? Like, we're about to go. We're about to go in the octagon. We're about to go at it. And I literally just did a video on Twitter. I would be a gold medalist in fly killing, swatting, however you want to say it. I don't want to say killing. So if I fly swatting, I'd be a gold medalist. I mean, I probably killed about 4,000 flies on average throughout the summer this year. I don't know where they all come from. I really don't know where they all come from. But they're horrendous. Like, this guy's on a mission. I don't know what he's looking for, too. Aggressive with his humming and his circle in the runway.
He's looking for Dame.
Every Monday, we're brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues, and we are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, reach out to our guy, Rob Lutman, at 856-651-8117. Tom Arnaud and Ryan Brodo, the family out there, join us. Welcome in. We'll do Sixers, and now this thing's still circling. So you see me, like, you know what I mean? This is why the guy can drive and do a show, which happened probably the first time in history. I don't know if everybody's ever driven and did a show. I'll continue to pat myself on the back for the fly, swatting and driving and doing the show, and trying to do a show while one just wants to, like, literally, like, sit right here. You know what I mean? I got like Mike Pence. I got one on the eyeball. I got a fly on the eyeball. Sixers Bradley Beal rumors now. And we have a trade in the NBA, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. Not big, just things moving for things between Memphis and the Pelicans. NFL over-under, win predictions. We got it. Vegas has it out. We'll dive into it. We'll tell you if teams are over-under, and it all ties into our Eagles conversation and our expectations for 2021, not only as a football team, but for players. And that's going to tie into our poll question that's brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com. And you can use promo code A2D. Get yourself 20% off at checkout. That's bodycheckwellness.com. Promo code A2D, 20% off at checkout. Take the clarity and focus. Hence why I freaking can swat flies like this. You know what I mean? I'm locked in on that. I mean, I did miss one, Mr. Miyagi. You know what I mean? I missed one, and that guy's still hunting. Hunting. But our poll, Eagles related, which is like fun, but will it be? We're going to let you know in a second. The Eagles will win more than 7 games in 2021. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Like, subscribe, review. I always say, you want to be a go-getter? You want to be a winner in life? Fuck with an algorithm.
Be great today.
Be great. Pound the like. Hit a subscribe button. Hit a share one time. Comment in, which is our favorite. Comment in because we attempt to get to everything. All of them. We gave our first jersey giveaway to our A2D members. John, who was our first member, got himself a Joel Embiid. We have a Devontae Smith that's going out on all our platforms. The winner will be announced tomorrow. That's already been out. And then we'll circle. I got a Kobe. We got a lot of things circling here. We got a Ben, sadly. We got a Maxi, exciting, right? So, I mean, ups and downs in the jerseys. There is a lot of 2Xs. We will continue to get 3s and 1s and whatever everybody else wants to bitch about when something's free. So, our poll, Eagles will win more than 7 games in 2021. Agree or disagree? Listen, I know I'm in the minority. And I know a lot of years people will say, well, Tom, you're a glass half full guy when it comes to the Eagles. And I am. But I'm also willing to tell you when they're putrid too. And I don't think that they're going to win football games. But if you look at this roster and then you look at the division, obviously we have what up, Philly Ace? Obviously we have a question mark. Derek, what up? We have a question mark at the quarterback position because we just don't know. Right? That's what I mean by question mark. Jesse, one of our A2D members.
Hey, Jess.
That's our question mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our question mark is the quarterback because we just don't know. It's not taking a shot at Jalen. Nobody knows for sure, besides this fly maybe, on what his ability is going to be for a full 17 games in the NFL. Nobody knows that answer because nobody has a crystal ball. We have a small, little, tiny sample size, which isn't totally fair, right? Because you got to see it play out. So that's the only thing we don't know. We know our offensive line, when healthy, should be really good. We know that our defensive front, it looks like our secondary now, should be good. Our wide receiving core should be good. Our running backs should be good. Our tight ends should be good. So in a division that's weak, why can't we win more than 7 games? Like I understand for people to be down on this organization because I'm the leader and Howie Roseman's the worst, okay? But also understand it. The division you're in and the lack of star quarterbacks inside your division gives you the opportunity to flat out compete for it. And I got this team winning 10 football games right now. 10. I know people think it's crazy, but there's a couple of reasons why. I'm going to tell you. One is young running quarterbacks can do well early on in the National Football League. They can, and they can win games early on, and then people sort of figure them out. Okay? The other thing is the Eagles, when they don't make the postseason, they usually go back to 1. And I feel like inside that organization, they're trying to go back to 1. Think about their all-season additions. And I'm not crowning any of these. I'm just telling you what they are. Anthony Harris, Ryan Kerrigan, Steven Nelson,
Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson.
Eric Wilson, I keep drawing a blank with. Eric Wilson, right? So they went out and got 4 guys on their defense that show they can play in this league. And I'm not telling you like Pro Bowl level. I'm telling you they show they can play. You already got a good front 4. Now you got a really good front 4 with the Kerrigan addition because now you're deeper. Where Sweat and Kerrigan are guys that come in and get after the quarterback. I don't even want to talk about the trade rumors surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles. That's not on the table for me today. Tonight. It's not. Because I think I can win. I think I can win games. And I think I can win games with this guy. Now, how long can that go on for? I don't know. But the guys like him. You got a new coaching staff. He's going to run around. And he has weapons. And has an upgraded defense. Tell me this defense isn't upgraded, and I'm going to tell you to get a clue. Am I telling you they're top 10? No. But to make the postseason, they don't need to be. We're talking about winning 10 games and winning in your division. Nobody out there agrees with me? Whew, wow. I'm trying to force people to.
I'll tell you what, though.
Wide receiver in the draft. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
You got an offensive line that should be really good. Yeah, Jim, 10. This division stinks, too. This division stinks. Jalen Hurts is arguably the second best quarterback in this division. You don't even have a sample size. With Dak being number 1. The Cowboys are the biggest threat to win this division. They are the favorites to me. But my optimism and a little homerism thinks they can win 10.
See, I'm not even going to call it homerism, Tom. And we've gotten in debates back and forth over the years. I've been a little bit lower on the team, and you've been a little bit higher. But I wouldn't call it homerism because for nothing else than the reasons that you just stated, is it a bad thing to have a little bit of hope in a team before they just throw it in the trash? You know what I'm saying? Like, all you're doing is being hopeful. You're buying into the pieces that we had before, the pieces that we went out and got. And maybe, just maybe, Jalen Hurts can play a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying – nobody's going out there saying this is going to be a playoff run type team. Nobody's saying this is a Super Bowl team, but can they be better than last year? Sure as hell hope so, especially since last year we had 13, 14 different offensive line cores, a defense that flat out sucked. You had Nathan Gary, for God's sakes, being the highlight of the defense. You had arguably, I don't even know if it's arguable, the worst quarterback in the league last year. For whatever reason that you want to state. You had a coach that was not engaged at all. You had a locker room that was cancerous beyond belief. Listen, I'm not saying we're going to be the definition of health because we never are, but I mean, there's improvements here. I know it's been bleak. I hear it. I know it's been bleak ever since, we've kind of saw what the team was a couple years ago and how it's dwindled to now, but we have the pieces. We have I don't want to say the structure because is this a great roster? No. Is this a good roster? I'm not sure. But it's not a 3-13, 3-14 roster to me.
No, I mean, Ryan, let's look at the defense real quick, all right?
Yeah.
Let's look at your defense line. Barnett, Hargrave, Cox, Graham. You know that's going to give you production. You know it. And then you have the ability to bring Kerrigan Sweat in as specialist per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Eric Wilson, Sean Bradley, and Alex Singleton don't like wow you, right? Eric Wilson, great addition though. Can Davian Taylor play? I don't know. All right. Then you go to your secondary, Slay, McLeod, Harris, Nelson. That's not one of the better. That's not arguably the best defense in this division. Like, arguably. I'm not telling you it is. I'm just asking the people. That's not arguably the best defense in this division. The Cowboys are offensively explosive. We don't know about their defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they've made improvements.
Giants good. Redskins are going to be good defensively.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make the case that this could be the best defense in a division. Just the division. We're not talking outside of it. Just the division.
Yeah, I mean, I would still lean to Washington, but by no means does this scream, oh, we're the fourth best defense in the division by, and it's not arguable. You know what I mean? Like we talked about. They were what? The number one defensive line as far as sacks in the league last year?
And playing from behind all the time.
Yep. The linebacking core, while it's still not great, it's improved compared to last year. Okay. And I'm not even like factoring in maybe Davion Taylor can play, like maybe, since we used him a third round pick asset on him. Like I'm just talking about the people that we brought in. The safeties you would say are improved, especially if Rodney stays healthy. Anthony Harris is a really good player, good player, and he takes the ball away. He's always around the football. And then Darius Slay, while he didn't have a great year, he didn't have a bad year. Now, you and I, Tom, always talk about we want him to take the ball away a little bit more since his nickname is Big Play Slay. But, he only really had 3 or 4 really awful games. And that was with, a pile of garbage that was on the other side of him. Now you have Steven Nelson. And no, I mean, Steven Nelson's not a Hall of Famer. We talked about it, but we just wanted to get somebody that could be a Band-Aid plus. That's what Steven Nelson is. Like, I'm not going out there saying, oh, he's going to replicate what he was in 2018-19. Who knows? But can he be better than the mixture of slop that was the second cornerback position last year for us? Yeah, probably. I would imagine so.
Right. You don't have to say that. Is he better than Zach McPherson and Avonte Maddox playing the outside? Yes.
Well, we all know. Well, I mean, we should know at this point. I know some people still try and argue with me that, Avonte could still play on the outside. He can't. He's a slot cornerback.
No, he can't. And he's actually when he's healthy, decent in the slot, but he's had health concerns. So, you really got to make sure you're a little bit deeper there than you were. And this offensive line looks good on paper, right? And having Ertz and Goddard make you a little bit more comfortable with this offense because your young quarterback's best friend is the tight ends, right?
I mean, I'll just ask you guys, and I'll start with you, Tom. we talk about 13, 14 different offensive line cores, right? Just the offensive line alone, say that we are way healthier. Again, Lane Johnson's going to have he's going to be banged up, Brandon Brooks. Nobody's saying that they're going to be perfectly healthy because that would be idiotic of me. But say they're way healthier than last year. Say we're not even close to talking about the 14 different offensive line cores. How many wins better does that make us just based off of the line being healthier?
Well, Ryan, to your point, we won 4 games last year.
And a half.
With the craziest shuffling of offensive linemen I've ever seen, and putrid quarterback play to go on top of it, and then just bad play all around, right? And you won 4.5 games per se, right? So if they're just healthy, this team should walk into 7.
Yeah, and
that's where I'm going 10, because I'm saying, okay, this year, you know what? We're going to get away from everybody being banged up, and we're actually going to be a semi-healthy football team. And that's how I'm trying to think of it and talking into existence, that we'll be healthy. And if we're healthy, we're going to compete.
I'll just do real quick rapid fire, okay? And not even like I don't like saying like don't factor in health because health is everything, but just on paper, talent-wise. I'm going to go position by position, and you just tell me if they're better than last year or not, okay? Quarterback position. Do you think Jalen Hurts is going to be better than the worst quarterback in the league this year?
Off of what he did last year, yes, I think that Jalen Hurts will be better than the type of season Carson had. Yes, I do.
Yeah, like maybe he's the 25th best, but that would be better than Carson. So
yeah. I don't know where he's going to shake out, but I think he could be. I think his max this year is maybe being a top 15 guy, factoring the rushing, right? But I think he's probably around 20.
Yeah, I have him around like 18, 19 right now.
Yeah, we'll see. If he doesn't turn the football over, then he's in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead. Next one.
Running back core. Absolutely. You had Miles Sanders, you had Boston Scott, Jordan Howard last year, unless I'm forgetting somebody. Now you have
for a minute.
You have Gainwell, you have Carrion.
Yeah, it's
you
better.
You still have Howard, you still have Scott, you have Miles.
It's only better if Miles is better. Like, it's better those name-wise, yes, but it's only really better if he's better.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, if Miles plays anything close to what he did his rookie year in the second half of the season, we're better alone. It doesn't matter who else is there.
Yeah, so on paper, yes, I'll say this year's running back room, it looks to be better than last year's. Absolutely.
Wide receiver core.
Better.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, I know last year we had Deshaun Jackson, but he really,
I don't care.
Alshon, it doesn't matter. They're better.
Devontae Smith is better than anything that got put on the football field last year. Period. End the story. Doesn't even matter. Reagor, Fulgham projected to be your other guys, Greg Ward, whatever. It's better.
Assuming they keep Zach Ertz, tight ends, it's the same. It's the same or better.
Zach Ertz on a contract year, so I expect it to be better.
Yep.
Expect him to be healthier.
Also, Dallas Goedert trying to get paid too.
Yeah, a lot of guys trying to get paid on this football team, which makes them better. This is my whole crazy thought process here, people. Is there's a lot of guys on 1-year deals trying to prove people wrong, and you got a quarterback trying to prove people wrong. You got a lot of people trying to prove people wrong. Devontae Smith trying to prove people wrong. He's too small. Nick Sirianni trying to prove people wrong. This whole thing is people trying to prove people wrong. Sometimes when you're in that situation of proving everybody wrong, you max out on what you could be, and that may be a 10-win football team.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Offensive.
Jerry, yes. Memphis, they push out good running backs. I don't know if he'll ever be he's not a starter in this league, but as your second guy, maybe third, I think he's a weapon for sure.
Offensive line.
Better because it's deeper with Dickerson,
mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it becomes deeper because of Mulata and having Dillard. If other guys getting run last year like Herbig and Pryor. So I mean, you are deeper, yes. So right now it is better. Now, can it stay healthy? I don't know.
Well, but this is the thing that I mean, can it stay healthy? I'm not betting on it because, again, you just look at the right side alone. You say, okay, Lane's good for 4 to 6. Brooks, who the hell knows?
Well, I mean, he can be healthy. I mean,
no, he can. It's possible.
He gets hurt every year, but I mean,
and this is the biggest thing. San H just said it. We didn't have Brandon Brooks for a second last year. Not for a second.
No, it's big. Yeah, Driscoll's another one. I don't think Driscoll is Driscoll even.
Oh, yeah, Driscoll is the backup to Lane. I love Jack Driscoll.
They don't even got him on here. I mean, that's how down he is.
Friggin' see, he's trying to prove people wrong. Trying to prove the depth chart wrong.
Well, hopefully, he doesn't never need the play.
I'll tell you this. You're right. I don't want to see him having to play because of what happened to the people in front of him. But the offensive line, you can argue, if Dillard is able to play, if Mailata continues improving like he did last year, if Dickerson is able, Dickerson, he might just start over Ciamalo. He might. I mean, you never know just because of how talented he is.
Yeah.
You can argue we have two tiers that are pretty good. If you look at the backups to our starters, it's like, okay, if Ciamalo's a backup, if Driscoll's a backup, Herbig's a backup, Mailata's a backup. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Listen, it's in good shape in terms of being deep, and that's huge for a team that was banged up. But I want to say yes, the offensive line's better. So what we've gone through is every room here on the offense side of the football field, and we can say that that's better. Okay, now we go to the defense. Defensive line better? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think just adding freaking Kerrigan makes you better.
It makes you deeper.
I know you got rid of Malik Jackson, but Malik really wasn't.
He didn't do shit.
Yeah, no. Like
I got my same front fours last year that can get after it, and we know they're talented. And then I can bring Kerrigan and Sweat off the bench, and I got Milton who's going to get some run at D tackle and DN. So you are deeper there. You are deeper, which makes you better. If somebody tells me that adding Ryan Kerrigan to a front that didn't have that last year doesn't make him better, that led to first or second in the league in sacks, and they're not better than that, I think you're just not watching enough of them. You know what I mean? And you're going to just call me a biased homer. Fletcher Cox is an all-pro. Brandon Graham's an all-pro. Okay? Javon Hargrave showed he got better once he started playing in the 4-3. Okay? Showed he got better. Okay? Derek Barnett, when he's on the football field, can get after the quarterback when he stays on side.
Also trying to get paid, too. Also trying to get paid.
So it goes right into that argument again. Mm-hmm. So let's go to the linebackers. Is it better?
Hell yeah.
Eric Wilson alone makes them better.
Yeah.
We're not crowning them. I'm not crowning it. Listen, but it's an improvement.
I know you and I know you're not I don't want to say thrilled about him, but you're not going to go crazy about him. I think Alex Singleton could flat out play.
I think he's fine. I'm not I don't think he hurts you. Mm-mm. I think the addition of Eric Wilson's bigger than any of that because you have a guy that can play.
Well, you look at it last year. You had, Jesus. Last year's such a blur. I don't remember who the week one starters were at linebacker. But we were talking about TJ friggin' Edwards. We were talking about Davion Taylor, and he couldn't even get on the field. We were talking about Nathan Gary. The ability to have Eric Wilson, Singleton, Davion Taylor in his second year, TJ Edwards possibly. You have Sean Bradley. All these other guys are just they're bonuses. I don't have to who the hell is Sean Bradley? I don't have to depend on him. Yeah. Last year I was feeling that I had to depend on Sean Bradley.
Yeah, and then you have a draft pick in Davion Taylor that's going to get run. So can he play? I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's upgraded.
Yeah, and listen, the one glimmer of hope I have for Davion is that, well, at least we know he's a freak. He just didn't know how to play football. You know what I'm saying? It was the lack of experience. So yeah. He does have the intangibles. It's just, okay, can you figure out which way to run, please?
Yeah, please. But you went out and you addressed it, right? And then you go to the secondary, and it's no question. You added Anthony Harris and Steven Nelson to the back end. That is upgraded. That is better. That is better than last year. So everybody that's telling me it's a 4-win team again, I think you're fucking crazy. I do. I think because you're all stuck on one spot, which is, I get, so important at the quarterback position. But what you have around him can keep it. Can win you games inside this division. Mm-hmm. So if Jalen Hurts can run around and make plays, right? Then why can't they and not turn the football over at an alarming rate or anything? Why can't this team win 10 games? I just want people to tell me why they can't. I'm telling you all why they can't. A lot of one-year deals. A lot of guys that say, "Oh, I'm not good enough. Fuck you." Right? You got a lot of that. So maybe that can turn into a positive like it did in 2017. I'm not saying we're winning a Super Bowl. I'm
No.
talking about just winning a division. In a shit division where you arguably, the fact that it's not even talked about with the additions to the football team, that this football team can't, like by national pundits, isn't a competitor in this division, but the Giants are considered one, is a joke. Is a joke because you can't do it both ways. You can't tell me Daniel Jones, who you watch a shit ton of and stinks, but because they have a good roster around him, that they can compete for the division. You can't tell me that Washington, who won 7 games last year, that Ryan Fitzpatrick, who turns the football over all the time, is this gigantic upgrade. I'm going to say, okay. And you're going to tell me Dallas, right? Dallas, who has a defense that's not as good as they were, has an explosive as shit offense. And you're telling me that the Eagles aren't anywhere in that conversation?
Well, I mean, I'll just, with the Jalen Hurts thing, I'll just tell you this, Tom. I think I'm pretty sure this is like the official thing out of Vegas. It was somewhere on Twitter today. Do you know what the over-under set is for Jalen Hurts touchdowns this year?
Like
Freaking
total
ridiculous.
or just passing?
I think it was passing.
What,
I think
50?
it was like 20.
Okay, low.
It's freaking low.
But I mean, that's a number. I mean, I would probably go over like 1 or 2. But you know what I mean? But that's one thing. Can he rush for 10 too?
Oh, definitely.
So that's what I'm trying to factor into the argument that like he might be better than Daniel Jones, which makes us better than the Giants.
Oh,
he might be better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know.
I mean, I was saying last night, Tom, when you guys were talking with Sweeps, I think today he's better than Tua Tagovailoa. Today.
I do too. It's not saying a lot.
No, I just think Tua sucks. I think Tua
you
sucks.
know my feeling on guys that can move around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got to be able to throw from the pocket enough.
Yeah.
Right? But I love weapons. I love guys who can extend plays. Now, I'm not crowning them. I'm just telling you that this football team, not you, I'm yelling at everybody out there that won't buy into it. This football team can win 10 games when we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. They can win 10 games. Look at their roster. Look at the roster of the rest of this division, and don't tell me that they don't stack up right there with them. Right there. Okay. Rookie NFC East beast.
Mm-hmm.
Why they can't win 10 games. Rookie QB. No, that's not true. So X that out. He's already had a season, so you're wrong. Rookie head coach. Check. I hear you. Mm-hmm. Different offensive scheme. Maybe. Different defensive scheme. Maybe. Even the veterans need to learn new techniques and positions. They don't need to learn new techniques or positions. They need to learn new schemes. Well, listen, like, come on. I mean, these guys all move around. They all move and shake. They all play enough football in their life. If the energy's there and the excitement's there, that stuff doesn't matter as much. Year one.
NFC, and like, I appreciate the comment, and I'm not saying you were doing this. But what was everybody screaming from the rooftops last year about, Tom? It was, the scheme's bad. Oh, the scheme's bad. They're not in a good position to succeed. Oh, that. Like, honestly, everyone talk about the offense. Not you, NFC East, but it reminded me. Do you know who the quarterback coach is? It's freaking Brian Johnson. You know who he used to work with? Jalen Hurts.
Brian Johnson. This is when we started connecting dots, and maybe Carson wasn't going to be here when that signing happened.
So if there's, like, again, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is going to be great. I honestly, like I was saying this to somebody the other day, I can't remember the last time I was in the dark as much as I am with Jalen Hurts. Like, I have no freaking clue. Like, at least with, like, when we drafted Carson, I had a good idea what he was going to be. You know what I'm saying? I just knew. You know what I'm saying? We just had that feeling. I have no freaking clue about Hurts. So he might suck or he might be great. But if there's going to be a position to succeed, he's doing it with a guy who knows him better than almost anybody.
Listen, he's worked hard this offseason, too.
Oh, he's all over the place.
So, I mean, like, I'm not talking about lifting weights. I'm talking about, we know that already. I'm talking about trying to get better footwork in the pocket. He's worked with Mr. Avery, great quarterback coach, and I'll take it for what it is until you prove me that you can't. But I want to have optimism that a guy I drafted in the second goddamn round and replace my franchise quarterback can play a little bit. I watched him all in college. I get it. All right. I seen at times his one look and go and my issues with that, but you can get better with that if you want to. And then guess what? Your ability to run around and make plays should be able to create explosive down the field plays with this type of guys on the outside in Smith and Reagor, where you can have big plays. And big plays equal to scoring a lot. And if you can score a lot, you can win in this league.
And again,
and you're going to run the ball more, you hope, unless Jeffrey Lurie is still telling people how to run their fucking offense. So all that should make for a better football team. Everything we just said, Rye, that everybody out there, that you disagreed that these positions aren't better than last year, then you're just hating on the Eagles.
Well, and listen, like I'm like talking to like a past version of me in a way, because I get that we want to be.
Like I pulled you in over the last few weeks.
It's a mixture of that, Tom, and it's not like, listen, I don't want it to seem like Steven Nelson is freaking Deion Sanders, but this is something. Just forget the name, right? The second cornerback position, or addressing it in like a serious manner, is something we've been talking about since the damn draft, since before the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, going out and getting this guy and going out and making other moves in an offseason where we had no money, no expectations. It was the embodiment of hell, it looked like it was going to be. To go out and get Anthony Harris, Eric Wilson, you're able to get Ryan Kerrigan out of friggin' nowhere. You're able to get Steven Nelson on a really cheap prove-it deal with loaded incentives. It's like a 2.1 million salary base with incentives. It's like, oh my God. And then you look at the pieces you added or at least improved with on offense. Devontae Smith makes your offense better day one. He makes Jalen Hurts better day one. Oh, you don't want to give Zach Ertz away for a conditional seventh? Oh, okay, cool. That's great, because now he's going to come in hungry, and he's not going to come in pissed off and upset like he was last year. And at the very least, okay, maybe he doesn't replicate what he was a couple years ago. But it's insurance for Dallas Goedert. It's another weapon for Jalen Hurts. The running back core is deeper. The offensive line is finally healthy. Defensive line hasn't gotten any worse. It's actually better. Linebacking core is better. So, like, I don't want to fall into, like, getting trapped again, right? Because this team, this city over the last handful of years, or just months, honestly, we could talk about the Sixers, and you could talk about this team, late last year. They've come back and, bitten us. But this team has brought me back in a little bit. Like, I'm giddy. Like, not only just about learning about these about these players. Like, I'm excited to learn who Jalen Hurts is. I'm excited to learn what Devontae Smith is in the NFL, what Jalen Reagor is going to be, Dallas Goedert, all these guys. But it's like, well, damn, maybe we could be fun. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can make a little noise. I'm not saying noise as in like we're going to win playoff games, but who knows? Who knows?
Listen, the NFL's a weird league.
Yes. And listen, we sat through a 4.5 win football team last year. It was hell. If they aren't better than that last year, or if they aren't better than that this year, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? With all the things that went against us, health, quarterbacks, cancer in the locker room, wide receivers, Nathan Gary. You know what I'm saying? I can list an hour all the things that went wrong last year. You know what I mean? Just give me freaking hope. Just keep me driven into it. That's all. So, like, as far as the poll, and before I even answer that, I can tell the excitement's back in this city, at least in comparison to the last couple of weeks, just based off of this chat. I mean, this chat is it's flying, and we appreciate your fam. Like, I could see the excitement with you guys, and like David said, appreciate the super chat. Says the Eagles will have a top 10 offense with Smith Rookie of the Year. And like, I don't know if we're like, I'm not sure. I know we're doing, the rankings in a couple weeks. Like, I don't know if it's a top 10 offense because there's some pretty damn good offenses out there. But like Smith Rookie of the Year, at least offense, yeah, I can see that. Why the hell not?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not top 10, but they could be good. And I think Smith is a pimp, so I'm not even like worried about him. But yeah, they can be really good.
I just laugh, and somebody said earlier, the USA Today thing, and we posted last week, right after we got done the show on last Monday. This 3-win thing, 3-win over under. The only team that they have worse than us are the Houston Texans that might not have a quarterback. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't know why 3 wins. Like, I don't know where people are getting 3 wins from.
No.
So, like, that's my biggest, like, reason, too, is why I think they're going to win, like, 10.
And, like, I keep hearing, and again, it's national people. I know they don't pay attention to it like we do, or at least the local people do. But this, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, again, I'm looking through it through the green lens. But they keep, I heard it twice this morning alone. Oh, well, the Eagles aren't going to be any good because they're a mess. The Eagles are a mess. Oh, they're a train wreck. Where are they a mess right now? Like, if you wanted to say a couple months ago the cap was a mess, okay, I hear you. If you wanted to say the quarterback position was a mess, I hear you. But we were able to improve our roster with that cap space. Unless you go out and trade for the guy from Houston, the quarterback position is pretty self-explanatory. It's Jalen Hurts. So where's the mess? I don't get that. Am I missing something, Tom?
No. I mean, a few months ago, before a lot of these moves were made, then yeah, they were in a weird spot. We didn't know which direction we were going. And now, we're gonna run in and see where we're at. But like 4 months ago, before the draft, yeah,
I
agree that was a mess. But they went out and addressed a lot of things.
But not this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like the people talking about it this morning, saying, "Oh, the Eagles can't be competitive because they're still a mess." I just don't get where that comes from.
No, that's right with me.
I just don't. I think our status of the organization is pretty self-explanatory. It's that it's a team with a lot of question marks still, a bunch of guys that are going to be on 1-year prove-it deals. And it's like, okay, if you win this year, awesome. But if you suck, well, you're looking at 3 first-round picks next year. So it's pretty much like, okay, you're playing on house money. Nobody's going to get fired this year, unless you win 0 games. And then you're heading into next offseason with a ton of cap space and 3 first-round picks. Seems a pretty good situation.
What else can you ask for at that point? You know what I mean?
Like I know the Eagles screwed up the situation we were in a couple years ago, but if Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie and people in charge of this organization find a way to screw this up, damn, I give them credit.
Yeah, with what they have coming in terms of like draft capital and money and all those things happening for them. Yeah, I mean, they're in good shape there, and they're actually like in decent shape. They'd be able to compete this year.
They can literally do whatever they want with them. Like they could take those assets and they could trade for somebody, or they could just use those assets in the draft, or you know what I'm saying? There's a million different things. Do you want me to go down the over-unders for all the NFL teams? We can just do a quick over-under.
Do you agree to the poll? I mean, do you have them? You obviously have them over.
I had them at 7. I had them at 7, but I'm crawling towards that 8 mark, Tom. Now, the only thing I disagree with, and again, this is not even based off of the Eagles. I think Dallas is going to be really good. Like really good, because they improved on defense. I think Dak Prescott is going to be an MVP candidate, and I know he's coming off a major injury, so that's something to watch. I hear you. I just think they're going to be really good, to where I think they run away with this division. So like we could end up being in friggin' second place with 8-9 wins, but finish 3 games back of first.
Yeah, I mean,
but again, to your point, I say this every year about Dallas. Like I had Dallas winning like 12, 13 games last year, and they won 6?
That's what everybody has for Dallas every year.
Yeah.
I think Dallas should be good. They should be the favorite to win this division.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I mean, I just don't love. I like their defense. They should be good. They should be okay. I just don't know about. You just don't know about them. You just don't know. But can we compete with them? Can we maybe win this division? We don't know. I think you can, though. I lean more towards you can compete with them than not compete with them right now.
Okay.
And that's where I stand. I mean, I look at our secondary and I look at their weapons and I say, we can compete versus them. I look at our front. It's always been a good job of stopping the run. Right? And I don't think that's going to change. And I think it gets better with Eric Wilson. So, I mean, I look at this team and I say we're better in every facet than we were last year. Every facet. So does that win us the division? I don't know. But there's a lot of teams that underachieved last year. And people want to say like Washington overachieved. Sure, they won a division, but they come on. You know what I mean? Let's calm down. Like, it's not like they won 10 games. So like your returning division champion, right, was 7-9. I mean, come on. I mean, that leaves us wide open. And I think what Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman said to themselves is this division is wide open right now. And we have a lot of assets next year. So let's go bring in the right veterans to 1-year deal so we can compete. That's it. It's about competing. And they absolutely compete. Right now, on paper, they're better than the New York Giants. I don't care what anybody's got to say. They're better than the New York Giants. The second team they're better than, I think they're better than Washington right now. And Washington's good, but I think they're better.
Well, and I know Joseph saying, we're continuing to sleep on Washington, top 5 defense, 2 solid wide receivers and running back. That's great. But again, maybe I'm dead wrong on this. But I think the acquisition of Ryan Fitzpatrick was one of the worst. Again, people could go back 5 months from now and clip this and be like, oh, this guy's an idiot. When I tell you that move made no sense,
I agree with you.
Like, it made no sense. Like, I get it. Is Fitzpatrick better than Alex Smith and Dwayne Haskins? Sure. But I think Tom and I probably are. You know what I'm saying? Like, Alex Smith couldn't move. Dwayne Haskins, from the second he was in Washington, Tom and I knew this. Freaking disaster. Disaster.
Paper's still somewhere.
All you needed to do was get a game manager to use the weapons and rely on that defense. Not a guy who's going to turn it over 40 times. Because you know who that hurts? The defense.
Yeah, I just don't think they're as good. I think, which they're in, or they might be right around where they were last year with 7-9 or 7-10, right? But that leaves us with the ability to be better than them, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. The only team, and I keep thinking to say, the only team that's like, okay, that team should win the division, they are loaded, is the Dallas Cowboys. But we've talked about that before. Why can't we be right with them? And I think our roster is right with them. We talked about fighting fire with water, and our secondary, to me, fights fire with water. Slade, Nelson, Harris, and McLeod are 4 really good veterans back there. Really good veterans. And this front can go get you. So we'll see.
Robert California was asking who at least on depth chart, who the 2 cornerbacks are. It's at least on my screen, it's Trayvon Diggs and Jordan Lewis.
I got Trayvon Diggs and Anthony Brown, but it could be Jordan Lewis, so we'll see. So that just tells you that they don't know.
Yeah, and they made who the hell did they sign? The guy from
Atlanta?
No, didn't they just sign the Indianapolis Colts secondary player?
Yes, they signed Malik Hooker, but he's coming off a Achilles. So,
and is he even going to be ready?
I don't know,
because I don't see him. I mean, this might not have updated, but I don't see him on the roster, so he might be on PUP.
Might be, and they're what do you call it? Their front isn't as good as it was.
No, the problem there is their linebacking core is filthy.
It's Smith, Parsons, and Van Der Esch is disgusting, and their secondary should be better. But their front's like, right?
Yeah, other than DeMarcus, which again, he can be hot and cold at times, there's really nothing that, and like Randy Gregory, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a better front than they do. They got a better linebacking core. On paper, I think we have a better secondary. So, come on. So, offensively, okay, they have weapons. We get it. Everybody knows who they got. All right, but come on. We can play with them. We can play with them. Joseph saying maybe they'll only play Fitz the first 4 weeks of the year when he looks like Joe Montana. Like Joe, like I hear you. Like Tom, you know this. I I was arguing with everybody that I was saying, hey, if they go out and they get a quarterback, whether it's like a bigger name, I was saying if they got friggin' Sam Darnold, they would win the division. And I think Darnold sucks. I don't think Darnold's very good.
Who would win the division? Sorry.
Washington.
Washington with Darnold.
Like, that's how high I am on that team. But Christ, the Fitzpatrick thing made no sense to me. Like, you don't need a guy to turn the ball over. You need a guy to keep. Like, if you get freaking Tyrod Taylor, it makes more sense. Because at least he's not going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, you trying to play to that defense? What do you I know you need more offense, obviously.
Like, I'll give you the perfect example, and then we'll go to the over-unders. But and I think you were right there with me, Tom, as far as like why we both thought the Buccaneers were going to be really good last year. I remember last summer, everyone was saying, oh, their defense isn't that good. Their defense isn't that good. And you and I both kept saying, don't look in the stats of their defense. The problem with their defense and why it wasn't ranked high, it's because they had a quarterback in Jameis Winston who always turned the football over.
Always.
And the problem is they're always on the field. And they're always on their side of the field. Okay, well, I'll replicate that to Washington. And I think the Buccaneers are way more talented than Washington's defense. While the Washington's good, you add a quarterback that is he's all over the place, that's going to hurt you. So again, maybe he catches, lightning in a bottle. Maybe. And he's probably going to kill us because he always does. But I would have preferred them just stay with Heineke. Just the guy who played well last year. Like, if you're not going to make a splash move, do that.
Yeah. John says, what's your feeling on trying to deal Ertz, Arizona for Chandler Jones?
I love Darius Slay, by the way, too, because he's got the recruiting hat on. I love it.
Yeah, I do like the recruiting hat. I guess I got to do it, right?
See, like, my gut instinct says I go to cap room, but Howie just did what he did the last 4 months with the cap to get all these guys.
We didn't think we could do this defensively.
No, so like I can't even go like on my high horse about cap space anymore. If you get Chandler Jones, I'm gonna like Tom and I are gonna be a problem. Like then we're gonna get reckless. Like Tom, you're gonna go to 13 wins. I'm gonna go to 10. Like, it's going to get messy. It's going to get really messy.
It's going to get messy. Dennis, yes, he is a 3-4 guy, but he can, I'm sure he can put his hand in the dirt. So,
technically, if we want to be technical, so was Ryan Kerrigan. Technically.
Yeah, but didn't he go back to 4-3 last year?
Oh, yeah, because the Rivera.
Ron.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not as overly worried about that for guys who can just get after the quarterback. Right, if you can get after it, Dennis, like this guy, like Jones can and Kerrigan can. I'm not overly worried about if you played a 3-4 or 4-3. I'm more worried about those guys in the inside, right? Because the inside now you're moving out into a different gap, right? So it's a little bit of a change. But hand in the dirt, you don't have to put your hand in the dirt, and if you want, in a 4-3 either. You don't have to. Guys do, but you don't have to. If a coach says, you know what, he plays better up. Then let a guy play up. They talked about putting their players in positions to be successful on what they do well. So if that's really truly the case, then you should see more guys around the league in 4-3s that are up. Because that's just how they feel like they get a better jump. Or guys put their hand in the dirt and they go get you.
Especially, too, when, and again, I probably said this 100 times because it's like my favorite quote from a Philadelphia coordinator in like 20 years. But when Jonathan Gannon in his opening presser said that I don't have a system, my players are my system.
Yep.
And like the angels were crying from the heavens, like, oh my God, Jim wouldn't even think about saying that. No. And this guy said in his first words, were, oh, I don't have a system. Praise God. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you. We're just waiting.
Again, he might suck. Who knows? I don't know. But that was a great first impression.
Yeah, great first impression.
Yep.
Pete, I'm always on board for bringing back a guy like Jordan Hicks, who can still play. So, and yeah, yep. Trent Cole did go from a 4-3 to 3-4. So, that stuff doesn't overly worry me.
So I have the over-unders up.
Yeah, real quick. Let me get to a couple more.
Yeah.
Zamir, I think everybody's okay with an average season. You know what I mean? But I think it could be better than average, and then you still have all that stuff in terms of draft picks, etc. So, but that's it. Go ahead.
Wait, what did you call him? What did you say his name was?
Izmir. I always say Izmir.
ASMR.
Yeah, well, I say Izmir. So
I know, I like it.
I've done it since day one. He's been here. Day one. I'm not changing
I'm
it.
looking for his name. I'm like, wait, who's Amir?
Yeah, I say Asmir. It's really, you know what I mean? I go Asmir. Create a new name.
I don't know. I've never caught that before. I love that.
I do it all the time though. I've never tried to correct myself. So
no, I don't. Don't change now. I love that.
yeah, maybe I should. I mean,
No, don't, please don't. Don't let the critics get you, Tom. Don't let the critics get you.
but I'm willing to have I'm willing to have an average season. But it'd be even better if you can win games. All right, let's do over-unders.
So CBS Sports, they formatted this awful. They instead of division by division, they just have like the top over-under compared to the bottom. So if this thing friggin' loads, I'll show you. Okay, so I'll go from bottom up. So worst to best. And you just tell me over-under. And fam, feel free to join in also. So the bottom over-under. First off, you want to guess who the worst over-under team is, project-wise?
No, I guess the Houston Texans, right?
They're tied. It's them and, sorry, Don, the Detroit Lions. So they have the Lions over-under at 5.
Yeah, I guess I'd say under.
Yeah, I mean, you and I talked about this pre-show, Tom, that you think Goff is going to be fine, but I worry, and I know they have Panay. I just worry that he's going to get hurt.
Oh, yeah, very well could.
So, sorry, Dom, but I'm going under for you, brother. But it might be good. It might be like the Pistons. You can get a high draft pick next year.
What up,
That's Tristan. That's Tristan. Okay. Texans, 5. Way under.
Because maybe it depends if Watson plays or doesn't, but I'll say under.
I said this to you before the show, Tom. I'll say it for the fam. And there's no like inside source thing. I think Deshaun, even though something just apparently according to Pete, something just came out. There's like 2 more names that came out, so maybe this might not age well. But if he's able to play football, I think he's dealt within the week. I think something happens quick. But either way, I don't see Deshaun playing for them this year, so I will go way under. This is actually surprising to me. Jacksonville Jaguars at 6. I think they're going to be pretty good, Tom.
They
They have a lot of weapons on offense.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm not saying Trevor's going to be like...
I mean, Trevor's a pimp.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'll go over.
I have them being like 8 wins, something like that. New York Jets with Brian Wilson's cousin, quarterback.
What's their number?
6.
Under.
Yeah, I hear
They're getting better. They're getting better, but I still think they're under.
Cincinnati
Definitely
Bengals.
on the uptick, though. I
Yes.
think they're on the uptick. The offensive line wise, Joe Douglas done a good job there. He's done a good job on draft day. I don't know about Zach Wilson yet. You know what I mean? You played like 7 games, so I don't know about all that yet. But I'll go under. They're not there yet.
Bengals 6.5. Burrow's fully healthy, apparently. Apparently he's ready.
I'm going under.
Really? Okay. They're in a tough division. That's the issue.
Tough division and coming off a big injury. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and I still don't love their offensive line. Their defense still. Yeah, I'm going under. Sorry, Cincinnati. Falcons 7.
Under.
Wow, not a Kyle Pitts guy.
You just gave up. You traded your best player. I mean, you're under. You're under. You trade your best player.
Who am I?
You traded Julio Jones. You traded your best player.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, trade your best player. I mean, I can't go telling you you're over now. You're gonna get better.
Who knows? Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts isn't Julio Jones. I was gonna be
I'm making fun of that. I'm making fun. I'm not saying that.
I mean, Kyle Pitts might be a pimp in this league, but I can't be going around. I mean, Atlanta fans. If I'm an Atlanta fan, I'm going around comparing him to Julio Jones. But if I'm not an Atlanta fan, I mean, calm down. I mean,
see, told you they're here, Joseph.
okay, Joe,
Told you.
I hear you. I think Devontae Smith has a better year, but I mean, maybe not because Matt Ryan is better in the pocket than Jalen Hurts. So yeah, I mean, maybe, but he's not Julio Jones. I just want people to calm down. They got rid of their best player. They're not going over 7. It's the fact we're talking about here.
Yeah, and they had all that talent in the world last year on offense. They had remember how that stat where 90% of their offense were all first rounders? And I know their defense sucked, but no, I'm going under. New York Giants, 7.
Under. Under. Telling you, Giants are under. Daniel Jones stinks. You can go get him, Moss. You can go get him. Everybody you want to get him. Stinks.
Say it's a shame.
Their defense felt like a bunch of Band-Aids that played well. I don't think they're as good as they played.
They paid an arm and a leg for Dory Jackson too.
No, I like Dory Jackson. They're good. Bradbury or Dory Jackson's good. I don't know. I think they stink because their quarterback stinks.
I feel like if you have any other quarterback in this league, I feel like it's over. But I just think Daniel Jones stinks.
Not good enough.
Stinks. I told you we were on draft night, Tom. I said if I were the Giants, I would have drafted Justin Fields. I don't give a damn what quarterback there is on Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I would have, but I mean, they went the way they went, and it's fine. They're a good roster. I don't want to take anything away from their roster. I just think he's that bad. So I just think he's going to hurt them, and guys see that. So we'll see how it shakes out. But I mean, the best they can do, and they can't be 500 anymore, but is around 500.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Is Saquon? Do we know if Saquon's going to be ready?
Supposedly, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's another.
Let's say that might last 2 weeks, though. I mean, he's always banged up.
Yeah, that's why you don't draft the running back there. But
could have drafted a quarterback.
Different, you know.
Eagles 7.
Over.
I'm going 8.
Over. I'm going 10. I'm sticking by that. I told you the other night if they sign Nelson or they got Xavier Howard that I could have them winning 10, 11 games.
Now
I said that, and then what they do? So now I might say if you get Chandler Jones, I might just book that they're winning the division.
I'm just going to throw this out there, okay? And again, I know we're not talking about to whom shall not be named. If to whom shall not be named ends up here before the season, and he's the quarterback with this roster, how many wins they have?
Who? Sorry, I lost you. I was reading comments.
To whom shall not be named? Houston, quarterback. If he lands here before the year, how many wins?
Around the same. 10, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm giving, what's going in. I don't know, but 10 or 11, I think they win the division.
Andrew's going 13. Andrew's going in.
Maybe, like I said, they'll go from 10 to 12. You know what I mean? In my predictions, if they got him and didn't give up anything. Joe, the same, because they're my 2 favorite guys in the draft, Smith and Parsons. So, I mean, to me, you get your best offensive guy, you get your best defensive guy. So, I mean, Dallas, home runner of a pick. And I don't want Watson. So, Howie, shut the fuck up.
Howie, quick question, Howie. You keep saying they.
This one fly.
Maybe that's Howie. Howie, you keep saying they. Are you not an Eagles fan? I thought this entire time, your name was after Howie Roseman.
Oh, I gotta go take this guy out.
Olympic sport, Tom, 2024. While Tom's killing flies or swatting flies. You have the Eagles at 7. Let me see. Andrew McGuire says you put them with that line and defense, they win 13, Tom. You talking about Deshaun or you talking about Jalen, Andrew? Deshaun has 12 wins. Yeah, I mean, Howie, listen, I know there's big questions with Jalen, but we had literally the worst quarterback in the league last year. We got to 4.5. Don't forget the half. Oh, my God, Howie, you're a Cowboys fan? See, I thought you were a freaking Eagles fan this entire time.
Yeah, and I don't want Watson right now either. So,
no. No,
It's not a
no
good
way.
look. You have a kid that's, projected to be a great leader, and
Teammates love him.
yeah,
Love him.
teammates love him. That doesn't always equal a good play. But I'm gonna ride it out this year. I got so many picks next year. I think Miami isn't going to be good. So I'll just sit and wait because I could get a top 5 pick from Miami if they're not good. So I'm going to sit around and wait and see what happens, see what shakes out, because I could go into next year with 3.
Panthers 7.5.
Under.
Yeah, I have them right at 7. Bears 7.5.
Under.
You think Justin Fields plays?
I mean, he's got to, but under. I don't think he has a choice. He has to play.
Under. Either way, under. Broncos 7.5.
Over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over.
Who's playing quarterback? Bridgewater?
Bridgewater, Drew Lock, whatever.
Yeah.
They got a good defense. They got skill position players. We'll see. I was gonna go over for fun.
Yeah, I'll go over. Just
Not
because
going over like they're winning division.
the weapons they have, though. I mean, what's funny? They have gotten like every player that I think you and I have wanted the last 3 years.
They have. We'll see how bad that ends up for us.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy. By the way,
Judy's a pimp, so it don't fucking matter.
Broncos fans hate him though, Tom. They hate him.
They're idiots.
They talk about him like he's Aguilar.
Yeah, they talk about him because he wasn't Jefferson, because he got hurt.
Well, they call him King Drops. That's what they call him up in Denver.
Yeah, well, they're idiots.
In Denver.
I don't know how many drops he had, but I mean, he was also a rookie.
Still better than Rager.
Yeah.
Cardinals 8. I can't figure that team out.
No, I can't either.
I feel like Kyler peaked last year.
Kyler did something. I'm going to go under. I don't know who they are.
Like, they're a team that I think can win 5 games or win the friggin' Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Their offensive line still doesn't do anything for me. Their weapons are disgusting. But I'm gonna go under. I'll go under. And also their division's disgusting also.
Division's tough.
Now the Rams are gonna be hurting without Cam, Mr. Akers. But still, all 3 of those teams are really good. Las Vegas Raiders 8.
I don't know who they are.
No. Well, it's the same thing every year. It's like, what Derek Carr am I getting?
Hard division. I mean, push.
I was waiting for the first push. Waiting for that.
I mean, Joe says, I don't know. I mean, Ruggs isn't a fucking good route runner. So, I mean, I don't know.
I love Darren Waller. I love him.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, is Johnny Boy ever going to win there? I don't know.
I think he's got 7 more years on the contract. So, yeah, I'll go push also, Tom. Washington 8. I'm sorry, I'm going under. I'm going 7. Sorry.
I'm under too.
That means right now I have the Eagles finishing second in the division because I have Giants at 6, I have Washington at 7, and I have us at 8. It's going to be a problem. We're going to be an issue. You said under also, Tom?
Yep, under.
This is another team. Minnesota Vikings, 8.5.
Weird one.
I'll go 8. I'll go under.
I'll go over for the sake of just doing it differently. I mean, they have weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely have the offense to score with you.
Defense stinks.
Yeah, it's atrocious. They got a bunch of young guys, so.
Yep.
I don't even know who their pick was this year. I forget.
Wasn't it the guy from University of Miami? The guy who took a year off?
It could have been.
I don't know. It feels like that draft was like 9 years ago, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it really does. No, I'll go over. Not by a lot, but I'll go over.
Chargers 9. I'm going over.
Wow, 9.
That's a really good number too. Hard division.
Oh man.
Herbert's a friggin' monster.
Yeah, stud.
You
Both
hit that one last year, Tom. I was on the opposite end of the fence with you. I thought Herbert was going to stink.
Yeah, I thought he was the best quarterback in the draft. Just because of his skill set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the other guy he got a bad hip. I mean, I think I need a hip to be able to fucking pop my hips in the throws. I don't know. So I'll go over with them because I like Herbert that much. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over.
And they got the offensive lineman, not Sewell, the other one, the one that we were rumored to get.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I forget his freaking name.
I can't believe, it honestly feels like that draft was 9 years ago. I can't remember anybody. I can't remember anybody.
Oh, it's because the Sixers put us through.
I was going to say this is what happens. It's like pre-Sixers and post-Sixers.
Sixers killed us.
I feel like I got to watch our draft show just so I'm ready.
Right?
Slater, thank you, Howie. See, Howie, you're back. Oh, and then the Vikings took Darrisaw. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. It does feel like Ryan said, like 17 years ago. Yo, if anybody wants Phillies tickets, you can stop by and get them. I got 6 of them here. I mean, they're section 419, but it is Dollar Dog Night, so I can't go. If anybody wants them, message me. You can come by and get them. I got 3. I got 6 tickets. So anybody wants Phillies tickets for the night, they're yours. Just got to come and get them. That's it. I'm not far from the bridges, so.
Nope. Miami Dolphins 9. Under. Sorry, sweeps, but under. I've been telling you, Tom. I think you agreed with it. I think that Dolphins pick is the best pick we're going to have.
I agree.
Ralphie goes, love Dollar Dog Night.
You do.
Come on by the house, Ralphie. Patriots 9.
I don't know. I don't know about them.
Who do you think plays majority of the snaps for quarterback, Tom? You think?
That's the thing. I'm not sure. I'll go over. Maybe I'll give it to Mac Jones. I'll go over. You can come get him. Rob, come get him, baby. They're yours. I got 6 of them. Dollar Dog Night. All yours.
He said he
but
can't.
Then you got to do me a favor, and you got to become an A2D member over on YouTube. Ryan can drop the link in there for you right now. And the 6 tickets are yours. That's it. And then you get in the jersey giveaways. You get in everything else. And Cam does fucking suck. So, I mean, it's got to be Mac Jones. So I'll go over for funsies because I think he's going to be able to play.
Yeah, and they're getting some of their defensive players back. I mean, the biggest thing is Gilmore going to play for them. I'm actually going to go under that.
Ryan, when guys are getting hit for money, they play. Don't worry about that. $50,000 a day. Guys start playing real quick.
That's a good point. Then we have the Steelers at 9.
Over. They got their biggest need, in my opinion, in the draft. Speaking of the draft and remembering, they got their biggest need. Najee Harris, in my opinion, arguably a top 5 to 10 player in that draft because he's a running back. He ain't gonna go high. So, I mean, they got their missing link. I think they go over. I think they win that division.
Do you really?
Yes, I think they. it's a good division. I mean, then Baltimore, the Browns.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you're not riding with Baker. That's your guy.
I still think Cleveland's a playoff team. It's gonna be a tough division.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steelers do need a quarterback still too, though. But
yeah, Steelers biggest need is quarterback.
Ben's 90, but I think they're good, and they're right there. Let me rephrase myself. They're right there for that division. It's a 3-team race, but I'll a gun to my head. I'll take Cleveland though. A gun to my head.
I agree with Joey. O-line stinks. I'm going 7 wins.
A good running back makes them better. I think they win 10. I think that division is filled with 10 pieces.
You know what helps a good running back though?
Good offensive line for sure. He had one in Alabama, but they're like not great. But they'll. I'm just saying. I think they're still a good team.
Oh yeah, I mean, if their offensive line can be serviceable, they'll be fine because everything else is good. Yeah, and I know O-line. They did the deal with. Didn't they make the move with the Ravens?
I think so.
Didn't they get Orlando Brown? Oh, no, that was the Chiefs. They got Orlando Brown. Speaking of the Chiefs, they'll be. Oh no, Chiefs are up there. I'm not even at the Chiefs yet. Cowboys 9.5
Over.
over. Yep. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Andy.
Saints 9.5, way under.
Hold on. What did I say, Joker? The Browns are like my squad. Baker's my guy. I love Bake. I love Shake and Bake. I think gun to my head, I think they win the division, the Browns. But I think the Steelers are over, and we'll see what happens with Baltimore when we get there. All right, what was your other team?
Saints 9.5,
Under.
way under. Like who's playing quarterback? Taysom Hill.
Oh, for me, it'd be Winston. That's who I would start because Taysom Hill turns the football over a lot. Nobody wants to talk about it.
Ooh, Andy.
Calm down. There he comes.
Andy, here he goes.
Vince
Also,
McMahon.
that record is that 12? Oh, no. He has the right thing.
Yeah, Andy, look at you. First off, Vince McMahon in the house. Part of the wrestling night here on A2D Radio. In this very ring. Sorry, I almost lazy booking you. But whatever. You guys are all one. You're all one big family.
You see Andy join the broadcast in a second coming through the screen.
Yeah. Dude, relax. Hey, relax. It was a tiny slip up, and I caught myself.
You almost chromed him.
The Nickelodeon pajamas.
Yeah. You almost. What are those things called? The outfits. The friggin' the one piece rompers. You almost rompered them.
Yeah.
Titans 9.5.
Over.
Yeah, 10. Browns 10.
Over.
Colts here. Oh, this is the big one, Tom. 10.
Over. I think, right?
Division winner, right? Division winner. Because we both have Titans and Colts over.
No, Titans are the division winner.
Colts still get in though, right? You still get that first round pick. Tom, we need that first round pick, Tom.
Yes, they should.
Well, what is it? Is it they get in the playoffs or he plays 75% of the snaps?
75% of the snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they get in. I think they're close. I don't know what he's going to be.
If he's not good there, he is freaking cursed.
No, then he's done. I just don't know. I can't go running around telling people he's going to be great. I think he's going to be definitely better.
Anthony, are you saying 11-6 for the Dolphins, or are you saying 11-6 for the Eagles? If you're saying 11-6 for the Dolphins, I hear you, brother, but I don't think Tua is very good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Slipknot says, a reactor I watched who was a big sports guy said Jalen Hurts is going to do horrible, and I laughed so hard. He might do horrible, but anyone who wants to say they have a good gauge of what Jalen Hurts is going to be, it's all a guessing game right now. Nobody knows. 49ers 10. I'm going way under. Maybe not way, but I know they have talent on the roster, but who's playing quarterback?
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not ninered up. I think it's you blow leads and this is what happens. And I don't know. I think they're definitely under.
I'm not a Trey Lance guy. I think Trey Lance would have been the guy to maybe play in a couple years, but I think he's going to have to play some this year, and I don't think that's going to be good. Seahawks 10. Seahawks are they always have hype, right? They're just laying in the weeds. No one's really talking about them.
I think they're over because I think they're still the best team in that division because they have the best quarterback in that division.
Okay.
So,
I will go push. I will go 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Bills 10.5.
Over.
Agreed. Rams 10.5.
Over.
But you have the Seahawks being better than them? See, I have Rams winning outright. I have Rams being... See, it's so tough. If they had Cam Akers, I probably would have them as like maybe the 1 seed in the
They
conference.
should be, but I'm going to have them making the playoffs, but I'm going to have Seattle win that division.
NFC East beats. Why Rams under? I mean, maybe I'm not. I don't care. Like I'm not a Rams fan, but I'm just interested. Ravens 11
Under.
Agreed. Packers 11. The Last Dance.
I mean, if Rodgers are back, they win 12. So that's what they do.
Yeah.
So I'll go over.
Agreed. Buccaneers, 2 more. Buccaneers 11.5.
Division fucking stinks too.
Same roster.
Yeah, I know. Over.
Yeah, I'm going
They
12.
play great in regular season this year.
No.
So I'm going over. I think they have a good regular season.
Tom, you know what's crazy? They were bad at times in the regular season. Like they weren't good.
They snuck in, dude.
They were bad. Like Bruce, like people were talking down in Tampa that like Bruce Arians was going to get fired.
Yeah, but think about this: you get in and you believe in that guy so much, and you win. And you win.
And I'll say this after I do the Chiefs. Chiefs 12. They are the highest over under.
That extra game.
Better offensive line. I mean, it is.
13.
Speaking of, it's disgusting what they did to that O line.
I'll go 13.
Yeah, me too. So Ralphie just sent me this. Just a little. It's not huge, but as a an add-on to the Memphis Pelicans trade, and he's typing something else, so something else might be happening. Eric Bledsoe is not expected to stay in Memphis. So he's going to get flipped for something.
Figures.
Oh, hell. Well, here we go. Ralphie Wojbomb. Sixers would be among the teams to watch for Eric Bledsoe. We better not be trading that freaking first-round pick for this guy.
Oh, I don't care about that pick at that point.
Eric Bledsoe, though?
No, I'm just making the point about the pick. I don't care about that pick at that point.
I just feel like we can do something better. You know what I mean?
For what, the 28th pick?
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
There's some dumb teams out there, Tom.
Yeah, there is. I mean, he's a double-digit guy. I guess you could bring off your bench.
I mean, people were talking, maybe there's a chance we trade that, that pick and then something else for Joe Ingles.
I do like me some Joe Ingles.
Coming off the bench, some Australian magic.
I do like myself some Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
I wish it was the Sixers talking about Joe Ingles and not just people. But yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, Bledsoe is what he is, Red saying, right? Like, I'm not crowning him. I'm just saying, like, off your bench, he's going to give you double digits. You take that for what it is. He's not a starter for you. If he's a starter for you, I don't think you're a good team.
What's your
fair? Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Coming off your bench, I think it's fine.
Oh, he's better than Shake Milton.
Think.
Hopefully. Now for the contracts, I know he's getting paid a lot.
Yeah, but Shake was in the running for $6 million a year before he got hurt, and then this disappeared.
Yep. Next, Lou Williams.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, can Shake have a better year? So maybe
for another team when we trade him away for Dame.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him, Tom. So I'll ask you, Tom, and the fam. I said to Tom before we went on the air that I think, again, just gut feeling that this entire week is going to be utter chaos, not just for Philly, but just all around sports. Whether it's the MLB trade deadline, which is going to be on Saturday, the draft on Thursday, the Flyers, they're lingering. You never know if they're going to make another move.
Flyers have made some moves, though.
I'm impressed. Listen,
definitely address what's in front of the net. I'll tell you that much. Phillies,
take notes. That's a team that's going for it.
Well, another team that doesn't have a fucking choice in the matter. When guys won't take, I like moving on from Voracek just to get that loser out of here.
And I don't know what the hate is on Cam Atkinson. He's to be able to get Cam Atkinson on this team for Jake Voracek. I don't think that's a bad return.
Yeah, I think Cam Atkins is a good return. I think the other trade with the 13th overall pick is a little questionable. But again, you don't know what that 13th overall pick is. And I can't say guys, because of their plus minus in Buffalo, can't play. You know what I mean? Either.
Yeah, Rasmus.
Yeah, to be fair, like I'm not going to say that he can't play. I mean, we need guys in front of the net. You know, we're going to be based around our goaltender. You know, and we got to be able to protect him, and we got to be able to have defensemen who can play. So, you know, at least they're making moves and trying to be relevant. So I'm totally good with what they've done. I don't care about the 13th overall pick. I mean, I think people get too up in arms about it. I don't give a fuck.
We won't hit on it anyway.
No, and if we do, we won't see them for freaking just like any other like
Carter Hart will be 30 when we see that guy. Anthony says, how much would you guys give up for Starling Marte from the Marlins? So like it's tough to say what we would give up for him, but like Tom, I'll ask you, like on all the names that have been mentioned with the Phillies, you know, the Buxtons, the Bryants, you know, the Kimbrels, the Ian Kennedys. Where does Marte kind of rank for you?
Third, maybe.
Let me guess, behind Kimbrel and Bryant?
No.
Kimbrel, is it a position player or a reliever?
Pitcher, starting pitcher.
Oh, Kelly? Merrill Kelly?
Yeah, Merrill Kelly, yep.
Yeah, I like him. I like him.
And just because of the need. Like the more of a need, right? So my rankings is, and I said it last night, like my rankings is Kimbrel, but you know, you need the music playing with the last 3 outs. You need the guy running in from your bullpen, right? With the great music playing to get the crowd going, right? That's what you need in baseball. You need a guy who can flat out fucking shut the door. And Craig Kimbrel would put this team to where you need them to be, and they would be right there for this division. Right there. And they already are right there. But they'd be right there. And arguably maybe the best team in this division. Right? You go out and get Merrill Kelly too. Like to me, I go get all three. That's what I do. I go get all three. I empty the cupboard.
Well, if you're going to, like we've talked about, Tom, like
Marte's still young enough, right? Sorry, Marte's still young enough where like,
you
know, he can play center field for me for a while.
In this ballpark too?
Yep.
It's filth. It's filth.
Filth.
James Jackson, is that true? Because if that's true, I think Ralph's gonna have a heart attack. Schroeder for 120, that's got to be fake.
Yeah.
That's got to be fake.
2021, you never know anymore.
That's got to be fake.
Well, listen, family, we got a lot of people over on YouTube watching us live now, and we appreciate every one of you. Over 80 plus people watching live. Can you guys pound the like button for us? Become a subscriber if you're not already. It means a lot. And while you're at it, go get yourself 20% off. All right? Tons of things we got 20% off. But I'll start with, I'm going to start. Where's my first one? I'll go this. We'll go. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Lawnmower 4.0. Okay, phenomenal. You got the weed whacker for the nose and the ears. You got the cologne. You got the ball deodorant, the ball wipes, the foot spray. Everything you need head to toe, Manscaped's got you covered, and we got your promo code covered. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Go use the promo code family, and we're now back to the conversation. Well, what's Marte? 30?
32.
32? Okay. All right. So he's not as like, I feel like he's young, dude. I just feel like Marte's young, but
still he's not 36.
Yeah, it's fine. He's still got maybe 2 good years left in him, but all right. So yeah, but I don't got to give the farm up for 32. You know what I mean? 32, I don't have to give the farm up. Keep pounding the like over on YouTube, fam. Let's go.
Let me see here. Anthony says, in terms of your prospects, who would you guys give up for Pablo Lopez and Jimmy Garcia from the Marlins? I have to look at their numbers.
I mean, I'm open for business, so I mean, it's not about what I'll give up. I have a buffet table over here, so it's like, what do you want? You know what I mean, what do you want? It's not about like what I'm willing to give up. I'm willing to, for the right things, I'm willing to give up whatever.
In terms of the NBA, Tom, you and the fam, what is your confidence level percentage-wise that the Sixers make a move? It's not going to, maybe not the move, but a move before the end of the draft. From now till the end of the draft, what's your confidence level?
Just a move?
Yep. Like even if it's trading away the first, our first round pick for a
1
bench
out of
player.
10 that they make one?
Mhm.
Just a move?
Yep.
I'll say 9. They do something, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just do stuff. They like to do stuff. I did see that, Joe. Phillies linked to Trevor Story. I mean, what do you want again?
Hey.
What do you want? I moved DD to third. I put Story at short, and we go to work. So I mean, you can make your team better that way. But I'm going Story and Kimbrel. Like I'm in for splashes. I'm in for Splash City. I'm Cannonball. Let's fucking go. What are we waiting for? What do you want? What do you want? If you want to hold on to Nick Abel and Painter, fine. Everything else, freaking see ya. See ya.
Yeah, I mean, I've been more cautious about like, oh, well, what happens if we go all in, quote unquote, and then it just bursts into flames and we don't do what we need to do. But at this point, Tom, when we know, I mean, Dombrowski said he's like we're doing something. Like it's going to happen.
Yep.
Like he was asked, I think 2 nights ago, or maybe it was last night, like, oh, what happens if if you have kind of a dry spell and if you're struggling? And he says, well, if we lose 7 straight and then the Mets win 7 straight, then maybe it would change things, but we're not anticipating that. So that tells me nothing can change his mind that he's going to make a move. It's like, hey, I came here to win. I'm not waiting. This division flat out sucks. And we have abilities to get better, not only in this division, but throughout the entire, National League.
Yep.
Now, whether that's going to pan out, who knows? But God bless him for trying, because we begged Clintack and McPhail to at least attempt this for the past 6 years. And they didn't do it.
Listen, it's as simple as this. I said it a million times. Your hardest 3 outs are the last 3. If you don't have a trusted person back there, you are not going to win baseball games. You are not going to play in the postseason. And this is what has happened over the last 3 fucking years. So how many times do I have to sit here and tell you you need to get Kimbrel? So you should have got him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I think you would have him. It's not like he's a rental, Tom. I think you would have him next year also.
Yeah, it is next year as well.
For like 14 mil or something.
And honestly, yeah. So I don't care about it. Yeah. And like Joe said, I don't care about the fucking money. There's no cap. Spend the money. You said stupid, Joe. Honestly, I got to do a little bit of homework. Outside of Cunningham and Green a little bit. I just got to do my homework on it a little bit because I just haven't been in tune because we're the 28th pick. So I know guys from college from watching them, but I almost just got to like rewatch some things and refamiliate myself with all these guys again. But I like Cade Cunningham, but I'm not in love with Cade Cunningham. I watch Cade Cunningham play a lot. I like him. I don't know if I'm in love with him. And does anybody want Phillies tickets? Got 6 of them. Dollar Dog Night. They're yours.
Got tickets.
It's always given. You just got to stop by on the way to the game, pick them up. 7:05 start. I'm right in front of me. Boom, boom, boom. Right on your way to the bridge from wherever you're coming to. Come get them. Love for them not to go to waste, but.
As far Joe, to answer your question, I think it's relatively close to being. I mean, there's no locks in the draft, but yes, just based off a matchup. It looks like Pistons aren't doing anything to get, they're going Cunningham. The Rockets are now in love with Green. The biggest question is, what do the Cavaliers do? I think at worst, Evan Mobley slides to 4 because Toronto wants a big man. Like, I know they're talking about Jared Allen. So, like, maybe they would go Jared Allen if they can't get Mobley. And then, the Cavaliers would get rid of Jared Allen because they got Mobley.
Yep. And
then Suggs is the other one that he's just, like I Scotty Barnes, Kuminga, those guys are around, but
yeah,
I don't think.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, fuck the NBA draft. I'll talk it Thursday. I can't do it because I just haven't done enough homework. I can't even.
No, that's Thursday. That's Thursday.
Yeah, I can't even hear about it. I mean, we're gonna have fun Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, proven closer definitely boosts the confidence and everybody's play. Man, I agree. When you feel like that guy is going to get the job done, and then it sets up your bullpen a lot better because you can get your 7th and 8th guy a lot better, and everything sets up because you closed out that position, right? And now it allows the rest of your guys to get more in roles. Where now it's like, Shit, Joe, come get the tickets. They're free. Riz, I'm giving them away. The only thing I asked them, you guys, because I constantly give them to you, is that you become an A2D member so that you can win money too. You guys all want to win money. Nate Moll's been winning money. Willie Vegas wins money. So become a member, and you get the jersey giveaways, right? And you get 20% off on all A2D gear, and you get 20% off at all campus.
Mhm.
Well, this goes on. And then you're always going to get 20% off at Manscaped with the code A2D. So use it, do it. Let's go, people. Don't wait around.
It's to your point, Tom, where it makes the entire bullpen easier, or just it makes it make more sense.
Yeah, I was 20. I was 2008.
Yes. Well, you would have Kimbrel as the closer, you would have Archie as the setup, and then you could have Ranger be that long reliever. You can have him multiple innings, which
Alvarado could set up at times, right? Nair's could set up at times, but you have the flexibility and you're deeper there. That, like, yes, it could be Archie if he's on, right? But I'm just saying, you now know who's going in the ninth. So now you have other arms that can fit roles, seventh, maybe eighth, whatever, right? Come in for an out. I don't know, but you have those. You have more of a. You're just better. You were just better.
Now, Tom and Fam, have you heard the latest little wrinkle that the Sixers could have maybe the inside track to get Bradley Beal?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm alluding to, though, Tom? It's our guy.
My guy?
Our guy. I mean, I would say he's more your guy than mine because you watched him longer than me, but
Who
the missing ingredient is? Sammy. Bradley Beal was apparently pissed. That's the rumor. That Sammy Cassell didn't get the second opportunity to be interviewed by the Wizards.
Now Beal wants out.
Well, and then with Westbrook possibly going. Well, if you're a big Sammy guy, Bradley.
Can I get him without Simmons?
What, Tobias? It'd have to be Tobias and some.
I mean, yes, Mr. Wing. First off, yeah, fuck Ben. Okay, if this is all true again, where he's not answering calls and you got to fly 5,000 goddamn miles to check in on a guy, what the fuck is going on? You know what?
Say it, Tom. Say it, Tom. Do it.
No, not for certain guys, but do the deal. For Bradley Beal, just do the deal. Just get it over with. Get it over with. It doesn't do me what Dame does to me, but just get it over with. Get over it. Get over it. Go. And you're not getting anything else. You're not getting Maxey. You're not getting anything else. You know why you're not getting anything else? Because he wants out. And when guys really want out of somewhere, their value lowers. So you can take Ben, the 28th pick, and call it a fucking day. Nah, freaking horse shit, little pussy. Not returning phone calls as he's on Instagram with his legs up in his new house by the pool. I like to drown you. I like to dunk you a little bit at times, a couple times. Yep, Mr. Wing, yep. Look at us. I didn't even see your comment yet. Look at us. Right? I mean, this is what you're doing, and you can't answer the phone? Who are you? Who? What have you done?
Tom, it's so funny that with Mr. Wing's comments and all this stuff, I was getting ready to bring that up. I was going to ask you if you saw the Instagram last night. And listen, I know you were well documented. You don't give a damn about what people do on the Instagram. You don't give a damn what they say in the press conferences. And I'm envious of that because I care too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I see last night that he posts the pictures during the day by the swimming pool, and he does one at night with the lights. Like, he's got a light show in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
Number one, I'll tell you what's an absolute violation. Aside from how he's just taking pictures, he's not, returning phone calls, and you just see a random Instagram story of just a picture of a plant, on the other side of a glass wall. Just like, what the hell? Like, what are you, dude? He's chilling by the pool in the summer. In Cali, he's got the slippers with the socks.
Yeah, he's got the.
Come on, that's bad. That's bad optics. I'm out on that.
His whole thing's bad optics, right? And if it's like, again, this is now these rumors again of him not answering phone calls. That's a fucking issue, dude.
Tommy, it's what we did last fall. Opening press conference with Daryl. Oh, have you talked to Ben? Oh, well, we don't know where Ben is. Huh? What? Huh? Pardon? Huh? Who? You don't know where he is? Oh, where's Joe? Oh, Joe's right here. Joe's back. He's back here in the facility. He hasn't left.
Yeah, he's sleeping in my office.
Yeah. Oh, where's Tobias? Oh, he's here. Oh, they're hanging out. Oh, Maxie's here. We didn't even draft him yet. He's here.
Yeah, that's too much, Anthony. Sorry, that's too much to me. But it's two good names though. And Pablo Lopez and Jimmy Garcia. No, he didn't, Shifty. Don't start.
Yeah, don't start with the fake news.
Yeah. Slippers and socks. Like, I mean, I'm not like opposed to ever going slippers and socks if it's cold out. You know what I mean?
Not in the summer though, Tom.
Yeah,
By the pool.
You're in. I mean, I know you're up in the hills a little bit, and you might have a little wind chill once in a hot minute. But grow the fuck up, Peter Pan.
Look at that.
Yeah, loser. I want him out of here. And no, I'm not taking Zach Levine because look how bad Team USA is now. Guys on there, they stink. He's got the stench all over him.
He wants to go back to Chicago.
But I'll take Beal at this point, and that's not like taking anything away from Bradley Beal. I'm just saying I'll take Beal. I'll take Beal. Obviously, we know about Dame, in my opinion, but I was all Dame and nobody else. But now, you know what? Beal wants out. Go get him.
He makes it better. I know you. I agree with the Tom that he's not.
I have my guard. If I don't think about Maxey, I have my guard that I need to handle to make things easier on Joel. I have Maxey my guard. I don't fucking need this shit anymore. I don't need this. I don't need him around. I don't need him around anymore. You hear me? I am so done with this guy. It's not even funny. I mean, you're who are you to not answer calls, Michael Jordan? Who the frig are you? What have you accomplished in this league? The prima donna bullshit. All right, prima donna bullshit. You want to see LA? Good. I'm gonna send you to Washington. All right? Enjoy 95, you loser. Freaking
Tom, if I came to the studio, right?
Biggest lie of all time.
If I came to the studio and I saw you with the slipper in the summer, winter, I get it. It's tough out there. In the summer, with the slippers and the socks, I'd have questions. Like I would have to reevaluate all the stuff we've done. You know what I'm saying? Like
sandals on right now, like slides.
Yeah, but you're not going anywhere. You're not posting pictures of your feet. You're not posting.
I don't want to be barefoot, right? Like in the studio, right?
No. Listen, you're at war with the flies. I don't need flies on my feet.
Going around then here,
Yeah, like you got to protect the feet. No, I hear you, but like you're not DM sliding with the socks. What is this?
No, I'm not. Donovan.
Love it, Don. Appreciate it.
I'd rather have Beal and Lowry. If you're asking me who I'd rather have, if like combo wise, yes, Beal and Lowry.
Yeah, fits better. Also, I like Westbrook, but he drives me nuts.
Donovan, I'm not skipping over you, baby, because I love you, and we really appreciate the super chat. Did Joe just become a member?
No, Joey's been for a few weeks.
I know Joey. I just never remember seeing the member next to his name.
Little logo.
Yeah. Red Sam, what are you doing? How are you not a member? BMAC, let's go. Right, drop the link in there for these guys. Become an HUD member. Kyle always likes winning money. Kyle, go win money off of Nate. Go ahead. You like winning money too. Become a member. All you guys.
Yeah, see if my YouTube actually opens now. That's why I had Ralphie do it. Ralphie, if you're here, drop it in the comments again. Just as you, Ralphie. My YouTube won't open.
Come on, Don's winning money. I'm not lying to you people. You're going to win money. Become a member. Super chats we love. We appreciate this comments. Even if you're just a subscriber. We got 80 people watching on YouTube. Pound the like. Come on, people. Pound the fucking like button. If you think the Eagles are going to win this division, pound the like. I know there's ones I know you're out there. I know my family's out there.
Even if it's this. Come on. If you hate Ben Simmons, become a member.
If you hate Ben Simmons, become a member. If you let Joel Embiid sleep with your woman, become a member. Whatever the case may be.
Seriously, like if there's a picture that could tell, even if I knew nothing about Ben Simmons, like if we had just drafted Ben Simmons yesterday and he posts that photo with the friggin' slippers and the socks, I'm like, okay, this guy's a bust. He's a bust. Like, tell me everything I need to know without even telling me.
Yeah. we know what he is. I mean, is there a chance? Yeah, there's always a chance for him to get better, sure. But I'm done waiting. I'm done. It's too much. It's too much prima donna.
Thank you. He's like I've been telling you, Tom, as a friend. If you hit your wagon to him, he's just gonna hurt you again. He's gonna hurt you.
Ryan, you don't got to tell me about her. I've been a Philly sports fan for a long time.
I know. That's why I was shocked that you were still like somewhat in.
I wasn't in. I was just so in on Dame that I just didn't want to hear anybody else.
You gotta board the friggin' hatred train with me. You gotta declare him dead to you, Tom. It's a nice cleanse, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet because there's a chance he's back, and I'm a fan of the Sixers, so I won't dead to me. But he's a pussy, right?
I can love the Sixers but hate him. That's possible. Like
Marston, when did you become a member, baby?
Oh, hey. There was another one. There was a name earlier that must have been new.
And he doesn't work hard. He doesn't. You're right. Marston, you are 100% correct. And Jesse, the Sixers did ruin the summer as of right now.
Jesse,
Kyle, we can't have him go yet. I know what you're saying, and I'm not even arguing it. We cannot have him go yet. We blame coaches too much in this city. It's time for players to start fucking winning.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle, I'm not happy with Doc at all. And the optics of comparing him to Ty Lue, it's like, oh, you could have had Ty Lue and all this stuff. So like, I hear you. But the one glimmer of hope I still have for Doc is that literally everybody but Ben Simmons got better under Doc last year.
Yeah, you can make
like that. That has to mean something, right? Marston became a member after we went off on Ben. Which time? We go off on Ben like every.
Yeah, nice. J Love, what's up, baby? So Tom is the man. I most agree with him on everything. I appreciate you. You're the man for agreeing with me on almost everything. But it's a great thing. It's great disagree radio. You know what I mean? So the people who don't agree with everything that comes out of our mouth, that's why we got 17 shows. You can agree with other people. And that's what's great about it. It's great about it. We did that time. We can do it again. You know what I mean? We did that through quarantine, most hated Philly sports athlete. But we can always keep bringing her up.
I hear what Damien's saying. Summer's not ruined if we get Dame.
No.
It's not ruined if we get Beal.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for Beal. I'm not as excited as I would be for Dame.
Tom, we can go back. And listen, I know we can send Simmons to Washington. It goes back to that trade we talked about all those weeks ago, Tom. Send Ben to the Wizards, or send Ben to the Warriors. Warriors send Wiseman and maybe Wiggins and some picks to the Washington. We get Mr. Bradley. We don't have to send Maxey. We don't have to send Matisse. Sounds good to me.
You're right. Joey would love to bring Luka to Philly. That's never going to happen.
Freaking 31 points in a. Can we bring him to Team USA, please? Like, can we at least do that? 31 points in the first half last night in the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's for a lot.
Are you into the Olympics, Tom? Like, are you watching?
Yeah, I've been watching.
What's your event? What's your go-to event? Because Ralphie and I are big into and Frank are into the water polo.
Yeah, I watched water polo earlier. I like water polo. I mean, I feel like I would score more goals than some of these people, but I do enjoy the water. I like a lot of events. I mean, anything outside of gymnastics, I'm like I enjoy. I watched 3-on-3 basketball today. That was fun with the ladies.
I watched some of that last night. It was
plum stroking.
I think I watched Serbia against Japan last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I watched USA versus China today. And then what else do I like? I think swimming. I like swimming. Something about it. Like I don't want to watch it unless it was the Olympics, but there's something about it. Like, you know what I mean? I do like it. And like Phelps helped that process because USA was always crushing gold. So I do like it. Handball is phenomenal.
I haven't got when is that on? I haven't been able to find it.
Dude, you got to get to your Peacock. The Peacock app is rocking and rolling.
Is it?
You can just like literally have all Olympic stuff, or you can like Team USA. You can
Well, see, I have the events because I've got YouTube TV, so I have certain events to where anytime. So I've got 3-on-3. Anytime that comes on, I have it taped. I have 4 other things, but they didn't give handball an option. The YouTube TV doesn't give it an option for us.
And listen, I thought softball was fun to watch last night on a
Greg was enjoying it.
Yeah. I do miss the World Baseball Classic, but baseball is going to be fun to watch. So I mean, the Summer Olympics have a lot to offer. They always do. I mean, There's like 20 things you can tell me. I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
I'll tell you why. And this is like I'm shocked I'm even saying this. I'm probably in the minority. So there was nothing on. It was like, I think it was like Saturday night. And I just had the bikes, just the bikes, just not even like the track, just them just riding in the roads and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'll just have this on in the background. I was locked in.
Hey, you get competitive because you know what's on the line. Yeah,
It's not only that, it's that like I'm just mesmerized. Like the fact that they're like able to drive and there's just like random cars in the middle of the track and they're giving them friggin' water. And then like there's a crash and like somebody had a flat tire. I'm like, I'm watching to where like like I'm mesmerized.
yeah.
I'm like, how like it's like a different world. It's like, oh my God, like you're just like in the middle of the friggin' street and there's a million, it's like a swarm of bees. They're all like they're on top of each other. I'm like, how are they not crashing?
I know it is crazy how they don't. It really is crazy. Yeah, there's tons of events.
But no, the women's USA water polo, that's electric. Electric. I mean, we got Maddie Muscle Man. I mean, it's the best name ever in Olympic history.
Yeah.
Madeline Muscle Man. Don, I'm here for you, Don. Got to get me hip to the golf world. Whenever you're here, listen, I'm here. I'm here. Don't tempt me.
Don't tempt them with a good time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Winter Olympics is cool too. I mean, I like all Olympics.
Yeah.
It's underrated a little bit. But it's good. There's so many things you can watch. It's not like it's just one thing. So, but listen, great show.
Yeah.
Great show. You got the Sports Sounds coming up here at, let me just confirm this, if it's 7:15. So you got the Sports Sounds coming up in a little bit, and their poll is the Phillies should buy at the trade deadline. Agree or disagree? MLB trade deadline preview, buyers or sellers. They'll talk on an NHL offseason discussion, obviously get into the Flyers, and then they'll look ahead to the NBA draft. So a lot with them tonight. And then, Jimmy and Evan, they got a lot to talk about as well. I believe their poll question, I'm talking to Jimmy, is going to be Siakam related for Ben. So
nope.
So that's where they're going. They heard it last night, a little conversation, and that's where they're going, baby. So they even did a Fred VanVleet. Oh my goodness, I might choke somebody out if that happened. And I hate Ben. I
hate Ben, but I'm keeping him for that.
Yeah, I hate Ben. We appreciate everybody with the great show, Joe. I know. You can go trash him. You can go trash him. That's my guy.
Oh, is there a feud between these two?
He always has been, and he's right. Rob's always wrong. This is Agree Disagree Radio, and Rob's always wrong. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Robert. We appreciate you.
Big week.
Jesse.
Big week.
And Phillies tickets. Anybody wanted them? So they're going down the drain. Going down the drain. See you, Slipknot, Molly, everybody out there. Love you. And we also got to take care of our people. And we know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call Rob Lutman at 856-651-8117. We're also brought to you by BodyCheckWellness.com. And you can use that promo code right down there, A2D, 20% off at checkout. Coming extracts, blends, gummies, topicals. They got everything. Everything from CBDs to anything you need body related. It's money. So use the code. You know what else takes care of you head to toe? Manscaped. And you get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Literally head to toe. Everything. Everything. They sent me like a bundle box. It was amazing. I was like, oh my God, they really have this many products. There's many great products. The ball deodorant alone, and Will said it last night, is a game changer. It is a game changer. You smell good all fucking day. You never stop smelling good.
Riz wants to know where you can pick up the tickets. Probably just DM you on Facebook. Riz, do you have Facebook? I don't know if you want to be giving out your address live on the air.
Yeah,
you
we're not going to do that. He literally come pick them up in the mailbox. I got 6 of them. So you tell me how many you want.
Thanks, Wayne.
Wayne, us two personally will be back on Wednesday. I'll be on Friday and then Sunday.
Thursday too.
Thursday, yeah. Thursday.
Oh, yeah, and I got to confirm with the 2 shows, but I know because of the draft, happy hour and birds of a feather, they were thinking about doing tomorrow.
Okay.
So there's all the Thursday lineups, because I know a lot of hockey junkies, and birds of a feather for football.
It could be tomorrow.
Yep, they're going to be switching tomorrow. Same time slot, by the way. So hockey happy hour at 10, and I think birds of a feather going around 8:30. I got to confirm that with them, but 99% sure.
Yeah. And Reg, you want them, come get them. Message me on Facebook or wherever you can message at. Wherever you can message at. All right. Ryan Brodo, that's Tom Arnone. Well, I'm Tom Arnone. Jesus Christ. I am tired. I hit that wall.
I am Ron Burgundy.
I am Ron Burgundy. I've totally hit that wall. And just for clarification, like, yes, baseball field from 7 to 6:45 or whatever.
You're up against the elements. You got the flies. You got the baseball. You're dealing with Ben with the Sox.
I'm holding tickets like an asshole. A lot of things. Great show. Stay tuned for the Sports Hounds. Light Zone follows the Sports Hounds here on A2D. Turn your alerts on. Hit the like button. Do all them things. We love y'all. We out of here.